we're about to water run this 2019 Smokercraft Osprey, and this is on Lake Woking. We have a 70 horse Yamaha here, and we're going to go ahead and give it a run here from inside the boat. You'll be able to see it from the sky on the drone there, as you probably already have. Okay, I'm going to add some throttle here. There is our RPMs, fuel gauge, voltmeter, Livewell. Turn that on. Okay, we got good Livewell bilge pump. You can hear that. Turn off nav lights, accessories powering this, and horn works good. So we've got full operations there. Let's go ahead and put this boat into some maneuvers and see how it does. We're going to trim all the way down, so the motor's all the way down there. Okay, that's 3,000 RPMs there, so 3,000 RPMs. Get us a little turned around here, and we'll give it a good run. Nice deep V on these. That's one thing that's really impressive. So should be able to handle some bigger water with that deep cut in V. Lots of dead rise. Okay. Boat sits level. There you go. That's the boat sitting level. We're pulling up here on 4,000 RPMs, 15.5 miles per hour. Okay, so the boat's looking like it's planing out nicely. I'm going to go ahead and bring that trim up a little bit and give it a little more throttle. See, we got some water coming from the transducer. If you look right there, the transducer's throwing up some water. That just is fixed by moving the transducer up a little bit. Looks like we have 23 miles an hour at 4,500 RPMs. There's 5,500 RPMs there. See, that transducer's throwing some water back there. Okay, doing 28 miles an hour. I'm going to go into a full speed spin here. So I'm putting the boat into a tight turn. That's 5,000 RPMs into the turn. Pretty good. That's got a reverse shine on it. Okay, we're about to come in contact with our wake. Here's our wake. Yeah, nice and soft like it should be. Nice control. No feedback in the steering wheel. There's no hands. Controls down. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open it up the rest of the way. There's 5,400 RPMs. Trimming up. 31.4. 32 miles an hour there. Not bad. Bringing it off plane here. Going to set it down. Not bad at all. It's about 32 miles an hour. It looks like it's propped right. It hits right there, about 5,800 RPMs, almost 6. So you've got the right prop on the boat. So that's good. 6-person, 850 capacity on there. So just so you know, pretty easy run. Let's go ahead and put it on the trailer, see how it does. All right, today we have a Smokercraft Osprey 172, which is a 17-foot Osprey. Aluminum boat, all aluminum, all painted hull. Starting here at the front of the trailer, we have safety cables, 2-inch ball, coupler, big swing away. So this gives you a nice amount of savings and space in your parking area. So you got a big swing away there. Let's see, galvanized stanchion, a basic Fulton winch, a big huge bow roller here. That's nice because that keeps you cuddled in there and aims you up a little bit. A swing away jack there. Nice deep V. If you look down the boat, nice deep V. This has a great entry, so that'll open up the waves. Instead of going over the waves with a flatter boat, you're going to break through and slice it open more, meaning you don't have to jump as much, and it gives you a softer ride. This is the horn, as well as this combines with the nav lights, so they plug into here. Up in the front here, we have a storage compartment. There's an anchor cubby too, But this right here is storage, a couple buoys there with it. It's pre-wired for a bow mount trolling motor as well. The plug's right here, and then the batteries would go in there. Put your anchor up in the front there as well. Full top with the front enclosure here. A few cleats, nice rounded windshield. They look really good on this boat. Raised letters on the Smokercraft there. And then we've got the standard bunks here, but we also have side guide bunks. So these make it loading really good. As you'll see in this video, I was able to load this one-handed while holding the video, holding you on the phone when we were coming in. This here is a mount. It looks like a downrigger mount, but this is actually for a Brutus crab hauler. So this has a davit that comes with it that's electric to pull in things, and then it has the standard Scotty bases there, so you can put any Scotty accessories in there as well. Oil bath hubs, and you can see the oils right there. So you have oil bath hubs there, and LEDs in the fenders there, LED trailer lights, and this has in the back too this little swing away hook. One of the things you never think about is if I fall out of the boat, how do I get back into the boat if I accidentally fell out? There's been a lot of situations where people have had to drive slowly and not get them in the prop and drive them back to the dock or the ramp so they could get out of the water, or try to pull the person in. It'd be really hard. So having this extra place where you could get your knee up here or your foot on here to climb back and board the boat is a real safety feature more than anything. It's not really a boarding ladder for water sports, but it's a little accessory thing to get you in the boat in case you went in the drink. 70 horse Yamaha here. I don't have an hours rating on it, but I believe it's quite low. This is a 2019 boat. We've got, so we'll see what those come out to when we scan it. Let's see, we have a couple of things in here. We'll look inside the boat in a second here. That pretty much covers it. We have some damages I wanted to bring up. This is a Smokercraft, not a Smokercraft. So if you want to, get the letters, you can, but that one had hit the dock there and broke off, and so it's cleaned off there. We have not too much. There's a tiny little bit of dock rash here you can see, but it's nothing through the paint, so it's not scratched through. A couple scuffs up here on the front there you can see as well. The right light, you can see them. Let's see, other damages. We want to make sure everything's disclosed. The scuff here on the side, and a few more scuffs here from that. Let's see here. We have, this is the intake here for the Livewell, which was working good, and then the other side's the drain. Always make sure on this boat, on Smokercrafts, the drain plug goes there. The drain plug does not go there. It goes here. So once in a while you'll get somebody puts it in there in the wrong spot, and you can imagine what happens then. And a few scratches here, mostly from crab pots. You can see it up here on the top of the deck here from that. They had some bracing here for this. It probably doesn't really need it with that hauler unless you're hauling really heavy pots, but they had braced this up with a galvanized steel, which left these rust marks on the boat. This boat has been stored outside, so you can tell it's got a lot of fading and stuff on here. You can't really tell in here. It needs to be really buffed out real good or something to get rid of that fading on it. And then inside the boat, we'll show you when we get in here. Moving on in. Most of the area's got storage in here in the side. That's kind of cool. Let me show you here. There's some holes that need to be filled here. I would fill those and seal those with some stuff. I'd put a screw in those and seal those and use some stain remover to get that out. One thing on these Smokercrafts, it's kind of a negative, is they hold water down in this little area. It fills with water and it's hard to get it out. You see it's got water in it right now and stuff, so it's a little bit difficult to get out, but mostly you just have to spray it out with the hose and it cleans out all right, keeps clean overall. More rod storage on this side. a little storage area up here in the gunwale, and this is where they had put more of that bracing. So what you're seeing is these screw holes from that. So we want to disclose that those are there. What I'd probably do is put a piece of EVA foam over the top of it, like a combing bolster or something, a piece of foam. That would cover that up really good and make it purposeful as well. And then leave this here so you have the crab hauler there, and fix those in the floor. And then you've got full top enclosure, fuels right here, has a fuel water separator right here, so it keeps the fuel polish clean before it runs through the motor, and keeps all the other filters from getting plugged up. We've got storage in each of these seats, so each one of these seats has storage in it here on both sides. We've got a great in-floor storage here, so there's your fish box if you want to throw your fish in there, or other storage or a board or something along those lines. We've got the swivel turning seats here. Those are cool. Nice seats in this boat. We've got a Humminbird Helix 5. I'm going to just turn this off right now, but Helix 5. That's got speed, GPS and stuff on it too. Fuel gauge, RPM gauge, speedometer, which these are never that accurate. And then volts, and all those worked good. Ignition's over here, rigged to the side here. And then you've got your side controller here for your Yamaha. Let's see, we wanted to make sure, little things like we've got some of the sea powder, where the salt, the air more or less kind of gets you this white powdery stuff around a lot of the connections and stuff. So that will need to be cleaned up. You'll want to make sure that's understood when you buy it. We've got a little bit. The Livewell too. I'll check that out there. So we already showed it working here in the other video, but there's the Livewell again. It's bigger than this, so it's just a little door, but it's bigger. But it's nice because it's inside here. And then we have a nice open box here for storage there. A couple little storage areas in the corners that work out real nice. Really good. And then overall, these are really a nice boat. They make use of a lot of the space. See, a lot of boats, you don't get to use this because the well is all the way across or something. But now you have a seating area, you have a standing area, you have climbing in, climbing out. That's nice how they do that, and they keep the usage of this area as well as all the stuff stowed underneath it. And so that gives you additional deck space to work with, and easier in and out of the boat there. So good boats. It rode really stable. The one thing that I'd like to point out on these boats that gets overlooked is this one's going to ride with the best of them in the ride quality. It's going to be a hard boat to beat for ride quality. With that aluminum hull, they're lighter, so you're going to get a little bit more chop, or you're going to feel more of the chop. But this one's got such a wedge. However, with the big reverse chines on the side, as you saw in the video, I put a hard turn, full speed turn. It glided right into that turn, did beautiful. And then we also have the scenario when we run through our wake, it just splits it open, chops it, you go right through. So those are really where this boat stands, as well as getting a full top enclosure. That's so nice to have. It extends your season dramatically. Having a full top enclosure will extend your season. Also, the 70 fuel injected Yamaha, so quiet and smooth, such great motors overall. They just make it so that you can go when you want to go. Good trailer under the boat, galvanized with those oil bath hubs. Those are the big things that depend whether you get to go boating or not, your motor and that. The hull's great, but it rides good and does well that way. We're over in Oregon on the coast, so make a trip of it. Come and visit us. We're right on Highway 101. Little shop, but sell a lot of boats through there remotely. So hopefully this video helps you understand exactly what you're looking at here. This boat probably could use some more detailing, cleaning up, and you might ask why we do it, but it's a consignment specifically in this case. But it's overall, it's got good solid bones. It's a great boat to use and not worry about as much. And we should have it at a really good discounted price off of what a new one would cost, because you're almost in the 40s on one of these boats now. Actually, you might be in the 40s on one of these boats right now, and we'll have this one in the 20s. So it should turn out to be a really good deal for somebody as well.